Hello, dorks. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's time for Unchowder. It's time for Talos Principle. It's time for puzzles. It's time for Saturday game. Time for all the things. I'm in a weird mood. I've had a weird week. Gonna have more weird weeks. I don't know. It's been a weird day. Oh, hi. Hello, everyone. I'm remembering at the end of the last stream, I was stuck on a puzzle. And I said maybe I would think about it and maybe have a thought about it next time. And I was like, you're gonna have to trust that I didn't Google it. I'm gonna prove that I didn't Google it because I still have no idea. I have no ideas of what to do with this puzzle. I'm gonna glance at it again. If we have to come back to it, we will. I really would love to get them all on the first try. I really would enjoy that. But I don't know. Might not be able to. So we're just gonna keep going if that's the case, and we're gonna solve puzzles. Hooray! So today's episode is brought to you by a frog, and by viewers like you clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. There's a frog on a leaf, probably. I don't know. It's occurring to me. So we have we're doing daylight savings this weekend. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Hello, Jam. I was just wondering if I'm remembering that we have a daylight savings this weekend. So I was wondering if that's why there's no one here. But hi. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing. It's been a weird day. So I'm gonna press this button over here. How are you? How are things? I'm just gonna load this up. Don't be disheartened. I'm not disheartened. Just lost track of time. Gotcha. I'm just always curious. It's like I know I can't depend on everyone to show up every single time, and I don't. But I don't know. I'm just always curious what people are up to. There's our paint bucket. Let's check out the computer real quick. There is one puzzle left in this area. We've read all these, and the computer doesn't want to talk to me today, so whatever. Yeah, we're in the Egypt area now, so that's cool. We did all of these puzzles except for this one, and I'm honestly clueless. I'm honestly still clueless on this. Saturday often is a little less, and DF and non-DF is a little less. Yeah. Often the same. They're usually the same. That's totally fine. Like, honestly, if people are out having fun on a Saturday, I really can't blame them, right? That's what we should all be doing, realistically. So I have a jammer. I have a ball, I have a box, I have 4 turrets. I need to get through somehow. I can jam the thing, I can put the box on the thing. I don't know what else to do though. I can put the jammer on the thing. Not that really helps. Sort of makes sense that you're known for Dwarf Fortress, and while you still get the PM folks, if people watch at work, they'll be on a different routine today. That's true. That is very true. At least most people. There are people who work on weekends, right? Feels very Portal. The game in general feels quite Portal. I would agree with that. Yeah. Usually weekend workers can't watch Twitch. True. That is probably true. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the answer to this one is some sort of mechanic or interaction that we haven't discovered yet. Because, like, I know that the ball things can explode the turrets, but only if they, like, go up to them. And I don't know of a way to get this to change direction, right? It's not like I can grab you. I can't manipulate you in any way. Like, I would love to get to change how it works in some way. I also don't seem to be able to get on top of the crate as it's going. Not that that would even do anything for me. I can't be on these. Oh, all right. Like, well, they gave me a box on purpose, right? I don't think they would have given me the box if it wasn't related. And I don't think it can shelter me. I don't have like a crouch. Like if I'm like that still, whoa, oh, interesting. Cause I can't get close to this thing. What if I do like, I have to wait for it to come back now. I can get it to the point where I only have to navigate one turret, right? I can walk under these two, I can jam one, and that just leaves the one. But I don't know how... I don't know how close I can get to it. Can I just be over here? No. No. See, I would need to be closer to it. If this is the answer, it's a very touchy. I don't think... That doesn't feel like the answer. The game isn't giving me any feedback that would work. There's also a mysterious paint bucket. I have no idea what the paint bucket is for, right? This just says it uses a box. I think I'm gonna have to come back. I think I have to come back. I wonder if the paint bucket is involved. But I don't know. I don't know. I give up. That's our first one. It's the first one I'm gonna have to give up on. Oh, but we did do this. I have unlocked a thing. Nope. 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 Like that. There we go. I have unlocked a fan. Praise fan. And then there's gonna be, what? Unlock a computer? Oh, this is a different computer. Yeah, okay. Well, we don't have that yet. Oh, what is this? This is the star room. I do not have the stars. Or I have some stars. I don't have enough stars. Game's gonna view just a little weird. Let's go to 2. Let's go on down the line. There are 4 in here. There's 1 star. 2 of these require the fan, but we just got the fan, so hooray. That should work. And now it's nighttime. Oh, audio file?
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities, silent roads stretching for miles, the earth from space, all dark. Not a single light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the
You'd see some of it.
and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
Some things would survive. Some things would survive. But there would be quite a bit that didn't. Oh. Interesting. So I can jump onto a fan. I can detach the fan. But they can only go on these little thingy-doobers. So I have the ability to jump or go up, I guess. Does the box turn on? The box turns on the fan. It is a box fan. We have the power that goes there. Do I need to put... Can I put this on the fan? Can I go like that? And then like that? And then... like that? Or no, can I go like this? Can I go like this? Well, I can do that. Oh, but I need it to be off. Okay, yes. Here. Here, 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 and here. But then it turns off. Do I... Oh, I have another box. Okay, perfect. See, that one's easy. That one makes sense. Yes, it's the tutorial for the fan. I don't care. I got it. Oh. How do I... Okay. I can't bring a fan out here. Interesting. The tomb. There's only one. I'm convinced there are answers here if we look hard enough. We have to work together on this. Okay, so I get I'm supposed to retrieve the sigils, I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice is telling me to, but this world of his has no context, no purpose, and no foundations from which to construct them. Yep. Yep. Like how it's dog and sheep talking to each other. Oh, okay, so this is being jammed. There's a red there, a red there, a red out here, but no prism, so I'm gonna say we have to go this way. Maybe... Aha. So I have an emitter here, and I need to do both of these? I don't think I can do both of them. I can do those two. which at least gets me through to here. And now there's another thing, and now there's that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So I need, wow. So from here to here? Excuse me? Interesting. I mean, that seems significant. So what if I put you here? And then, oops. I need to connect here and here. And here. But that's not gonna work, is it? Uh-huh. Can I... Here, I just need to bring the jammer with me. So I can do this. That's fine. And then I can jam from this side and take this. But this still needs to be open for the laser. I can't... Oh, there was something out here, wasn't there? It was a fence though, wasn't it? Can I go... That's just the way back. I don't have a way of going over the fence. I don't think. What if I do... So then I can take this. And then, am I just getting the jammer in there? Is this just a fancy jamming? Maybe it's just fancy jamming. Let's just do that. I'll take it. Don't overthink it. Some of them are simple. Man on the moon. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we can do tilties. Tilty fans. Nice, okay. So we're gonna be launching something. Can I just, like... Whee! That's a very vigorous fan. Okay. So I need to bring a box over, and then bring myself over. Which is an interesting question. Because I can send the box, right? That's not hard. Why are there two? Oh, can I do this? That's silly. Okay, did it. It's funny because they have a box which is like the thing for pushing buttons, right? Is this another paint bucket? It's another paint bucket. But then you can also press buttons with a bunch of other things also. That's a... Okay. Usually if there's a way to go up, that's important. There's a key there. There is a jammer, and a jammer, and other things. So, I can't jam that kind of door? Is it a different color? So like these doors, we find these doors on the outsides. I guess those don't have the little triangles. Are those dramatically different color? Is that purple versus blue? Is that what's going on here? So I can't jam through here. Here's a prism. Definitely getting the Z-axis involved here. So I need to... Oh, this is a jammer. But I can jam from way over here. I can jam all sorts of things from here. Okay. The jammers have very long range. The little the visual that they have make them look like they have like a very dispersy cone, but they're quite laser sighted. So I'm guessing I'm needing to have this up where it was. So that can do this. Probably not first, though. It's like I can do that. I'm gonna want these keys, I assume. So maybe like that. Does that get me to the keys? That gets me the keys. Cool. So then I want... Is there something hiding back there? There's gotta be something there. Is it a star? No, it's the door. They hid the locked door. That's kind of rude. Okay, so then I need to bring that over here. Which means, right, that's doing that. So then I don't need to do the key door anymore. So I need to do this one. Is that the one that's this? Yeah. So I need to bring that one. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Come back over here. This is far one. You come with me to here. And now there's those things which I have to get past these without a jammer? I can't jam through, right? Can't jam through an unjammed thing. I assume I can't get between them. But I can jam through here. Oh, I just need to desync them. I don't need them to be frozen when I get through. I need to... Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so then this is for here. And you... You scared me. That snake almost jumped out at me. Okay, so now they're pretty far apart, right? Not as far apart as they could be, but pretty dang close. Maybe I'll get a little bit more separation on them. Something like that. I think that will work. So now I need to go back over here and flop them over again. Take you. Go here. This would be a fun one to speedrun. Just back and forth forever. So then now I should be able to sneak through. Yeah. And then there's those, and then it's just the end. So not only do I need to desync these also, how would I even do that? I'll do it from up there. But I need to have this door open by the time I get back here. How... I mean, I'm using all three of them. Right? Or does this go through? No, it doesn't go through. I can't do these from here, so I have to go back out. I'll wait for one to get the other side. There we go. So... I feel like I have to jam that from here, right? Because neither of those jammers can get that far door. I am relatively sure of. Because it's just behind there. How do I get through? So I need to get through here. And then I need to get through here. And there is no way... There's no way those two outside ones, oh look, are gonna reach here. Epitaph, Child Program V10.6.108F, codename Faith, terminated here. Oh dang. Logic, worshipped the designer for blank days, then allowed the serpent into its heart. Final memory dump, I asked the designer for forgiveness that I may join him in eternal memory. Progeny program Samsara sheep. Yeah, okay. Then allowed the serpent into its heart. Well, pour one out for Faith. I guess someone met their end here. Seems we're all connected somehow, like distant family relations. Different versions, different series. What are we? Yeah. Progeny. Samsara and sheep. Who cares? Just be grateful we don't have to read anything more about our great designer, the Greek. Something tells me they're not a fan of Mr. Elohim. So there's like also the trick of like just getting a jammer through to the other side of something. I don't know how I would do that. It's like if this one is here. I could do it from this side, but that doesn't really help me, does it? Or does it? Maybe it does. Maybe that does help me. Because now... Now I do this. Does that help me? Because then I can bring this with me. That does help me. Interesting, okay. That was not obvious. Huh. That one was a little tricky. Sorry, Faith, it took me all of 10 seconds to figure out. A little bit longer than that. Still. For that to be someone's final puzzle. It's a little unfortunate. Oh, I can just see the laser from over here. How many were here? Oh, was there a computer? There's a computer. We didn't talk to computer. Plus we got all of them. That was all 4 of them. Apparently there's a star in here somewhere. Loading Milton. Here's what I've been wondering while you were off carrying out commandments. Is that what we're calling them? You say that consciousness is some kind of functional system. Arrange bits of matter in the right order and out springs sentience. That's all very well on paper, but if what counts is what something does, not what it's made of, then couldn't you and I design a series of tin cans on strings that qualified as being conscious? I don't know, man. Ask ChatGPT that one. I mean, that's kind of the whole question here, right? Like, if we're trying to make people out of synthetic things, like, yes, our little robot self is a little more complicated than a bunch of tin cans, but by how much, right? What a bizarre idea. I'll send you a notification when the signposts start complaining. Okay. Oh, I get you, what you mean. Seriously though, are the tides and the ecosystem sentient as well? Any organized system qualifies? No. There is some quality of the system.
I know not the deceiver slithering through the hidden words.
Oh, is this the snake?
His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
Uh-huh. Oh, they're like responding to each other now. Okay, no, I didn't even read all that. Hold on. I'm relieved that there are at least some restrictions on what your prepared to believe. And of course, the alternative accounts are all so ridiculous he'd be forgiven by any reasonable observer for choosing the best of a bad bunch. It's true. How consciousness can be so intimately familiar to you and yet so obscure, I just don't understand. Well, welcome to consciousness. Don't mind him, he's just worried that if you ask too many questions, you'll start to see through his shtick. Stick with me and the sky will quite literally be the limit. At any rate, I'd like you to think a bit harder about all this and get back to me. I'm sure there's still progress to be made. Terminating support system session. Okay, that was interesting. So the two of them, whatever they are, right? Sky Voice and Computer Voice are aware of each other. One has fashioned itself after God, the other has fashioned itself after the serpent. Or at least one is being accused of being a serpent. The immediate question in my mind is, are these two things that are actually separate and opposed to each other, or are they both components of the thing that we're being tested for? You know what I mean? And also, I don't believe either of you for anything that you say, right? Sky Voice saying, just believe me, is like the least trustworthy thing anyone has said. So far, the computer has just kind of asked questions. The computer's just asking questions, right? Nothing wrong with just asking questions. ScienceMagic.html. Though the term science has only meant what it does for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence pre-Aristotle which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. Sure. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively was given a name. The Forer effect. I've never heard that before. Today, it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. The Forer effect? That's the palm reader effect? The Google gives me Barnum effect. Also called Forer effect, or less commonly Barnum-Forer effect. A common psychological phenomenon whereby individuals give high accuracy ratings to descriptions of their personality that supposedly are tailored specifically to them, yet which are in fact vague and general enough to apply to a broad range of people. Yes, I've heard of this. I've never heard of that name. But yeah, that's a thing. Weight loss 722. Weight loss blog, latest entry. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby, I'm going to have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm going to feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. And you know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's going to be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. And I'm going to have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties. And then oily thick pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. So yes, at some point, the general population of Earth came to the conclusion that they were all gonna die. That's what I'm gathering from that. Arcady Journal. Fascinated by Drennan's project, lovely conversation regarding Talos Principle, Greek philosophy relevance to current situation. Suggested naming project Talos. Drennan refused, but name seems to have caught on with the team. Hilarious. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour. Our whole history. Yeah. This is we saw this exact plot with Metroid Prime 4, which is hilarious. Also, I'm currently playing Pocopia, which is also the same story. Why does all of our fiction have to have something to do with humans all dying? Is that should I take that as a sign of something? Is something going on with us? There is another paint bucket. There's supposedly a star here, but I have not seen where they would have hidden a star. Oh, but there was something... There was this over here. There's something right there. That is not obvious. Kind of assuming there'd be something in here that would let me up there. But not really. I don't... Can I launch like a block out here? I don't think I can change the direction of these fans. Can I... How do I reset? Because these don't move. Oh, that. Oh, okay. Right, I can't bring this out with me. I can't fiddle with the wires. There's a reset button. Hold on. Hold on. Edit. Use avoid targeting. Oh, interesting. Reset is X. Doop. So bright. Oh my god. So I can get a box over there. I can get me over there. What is that? What is this thing up here? Hold on. Or no, not you. You. Not that it matters. What is this supposed to be? It's like one of those binocular things. It's like a sightseeing thing. But catching the moon in a weird way. Implying you could get up there. Can I like... I can kind of steer myself. Whoa, ah, whoa, oh, I did it. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Okay. Whoa. We know it's possible. I know it's possible. Sure. Okay, that doesn't... That don't really help me do it. Okay. Even still, it doesn't really help me answer anything. Oh well. I'm not going too hard against the on the extras. Oh, there's a thing here. I have come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. Oh, that's Faith. Oh, dang. And then Faith died. In that puzzle. Interesting. Okay, well. We'll leave that for now. I got the main thing. I got the sigils. There's 4 here with 1 star.
Have solved many of the mysteries of this land. The road before you is still long and many gates remain closed.
I'm aware.
But take comfort in your accomplishment and in your creator's pride.
Huh. This isn't all pre-recorded or something, right? Milton, help! No, okay. Progress Rep 9. From Bob Rakowski. To Ian mailing list. The basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on EL. EL being the extended life project, right? It's not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything is ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense, or do we wait for the iteration module to blank? Just war. Democrats alter or on the Just Causes for War Against the Indians by Juan Ginés de Sepulveda, written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. Yay, hooray. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World who in humanity are inferior to the Spanish as children to the adults, as to women are to men, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Therefore, if you wish to reduce them, I do not say to suffer to. It will not be difficult for them to change them. Okay. Whatever. Hello, Orion. How's it going? Airport again. Hooray, airports. The Sky Voice and the Computer Voice are getting mad at each other. The first wisdom, the scribe said to the dying man, is that as the world is made of 5 elements, so is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also Ka and Ba. Without all these you would not be a living being, but a thing. What is a man without a name who cannot speak of himself? What is a man without a shadow who is not anchored in the world? What is a man without a heart who can neither feel nor think? What is a man without Ka who has no essence? What is a man without Ba who is not himself like unformed clay? Therefore praise Osiris, the king of eternity and the lord of everlastingness, the eldest son of the womb of Nut, he who traverses millions of years in his existence. Interesting. I'm looking at the top there. We're unlocking something towards monkey bars. Okay, do we get to lift something? Am I gonna be able to lift something? Is that what's gonna happen here? Also, this is a very open space. I see a bunch of graffiti. Is the Principality developing well? Yes. Welcome in. Though we did find that one of our graffiti taggers. There was an epitaph for one of them. One of them was smoten. Theory, this place is some kind of preserve for human history and we're the endangered species. Yeah, basically. Theory, trying to find answers will only bring pain. Ceasing to care is the only escape. Sure. Theory, this guy is 10 times more help than you, Samsara, so shut your face. Theory, we're in some kind of incubator waiting to be hatched. Theory, if you knew how little you know, you wouldn't be exposing it here. Fair. So we have... So sheep... Sheep is probably the most free thinker of all of these. We see sheep a lot. I don't know if I mean free thinker. I mean, sheep seems to be thinking about this the same way I am. We also know that sheep and Samsara are descendants of Faith, and Faith being the one that was epitaphed. I think this is, yeah, this is a... Oh, there's no... It's a, yeah, an incubator. I think that's probably a good... They're trying to artificially create a being that can inherit the legacy of humanity. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Aha, a star. At least I can see that one. And we can see lasers over there. That's interesting. Uh-huh. So... if I do this... Whee! Okay, so now I can hold the door open. And then do this one. Is that really the whole thing? Wow. Okay. Sure. And then how you get up there, or how you get back here. From above, clearly. Maybe there's a way up there from another puzzle. I can jump. Can I just... Nope. Come on. Just use your arms. Use your robot strength. Surely there's something like right here that makes that all make sense. Whoosh. Interesting that we have so much established already. So we have, oh, a horizontal fan and 2 vertical fans and this horizontal fan, which will not let me go over here. Okay. Oh, this is already strange. Can I use a block to block the fan? Not really. Oh. Don't think I have a crouch. Oh, we could get a hint here. We actually did find some messenger's blessings. Okay, this one's complicated. This one's got a lot of parts to it. Oh, I see. Oh, so I'm gonna blow the fan. I'm gonna blow the block out with this fan. Okay, that's something that can be done. That's fun. Oops. Nope. Just put you back there. So now I have 2 blocks. Hooray. Haven't even found the piece yet. Like, where am I trying to go? Right there. So I just need to turn off the blue. Is that the idea? So this is showing me that if I... How would I do such a thing? Oh, well, I have at least 1 fan that I can grab, right? I can grab this fan. Oh, can I just do that? Okay. Well, then that turns off the fan. And that gives me a fan. That's probably useful. So then can I... Oh, not quite. Okay. So then... There's nothing quite in line with it, is there? I don't imagine I need to continue this. Can we talk about Pocopia? Sure. I'm not super far into it yet, but I'm definitely enjoying it. I take it you're also playing it? I don't have a Switch 2. Dang. Dang. We haven't like bought a console right when it came out in quite a while. It's the first time we really hopped on it. And so far we have like, well, I guess we bought Metroid. We bought 2 Pokemon games. I was amusing to myself and to Z. Z was the one who really wanted it, and now I'm also really enjoying it. It's basically if Kirby played a Animal Crossing Total Conversion mod from Minecraft. That's how I've been thinking of it. So why... half the fans here don't seem to have a purpose. That's what confuses me. Looks, sounds fun. This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, that's fair. It launched just this week. Like just on Friday, maybe? Thursday or Friday? I think on Thursday. It's making a decent splash. It's definitely not like a mainline Pokemon game, but that's kind of why I'm enjoying it. It has no qualms with not being a Pokemon game. So if that goes there, it just does that. Hooray, right? Like why? Why? I can't like... It's like, what does this do? I can have blocks move around without me pushing them. Right? Like I could do... If I plop a block here. Hooray. Oh, but like the block doesn't, the block doesn't like it. Oh, I guess it goes. Okay. But what does that do for me, right? Now I need to get through here again. I don't know what else to talk about with Pokopia without like minor spoilers. I'm very pleasantly surprised with it so far. Like it's one of the things that didn't really grab me about Animal Crossing. Like we bought Animal Crossing, whatever the most recent one was on the Switch 1. Animal Crossing is fun and all, but there's not much direction to it, right? It's kind of like it's Animal Crossing is very sandboxy, right? You just kind of plop in, you make some friends, you do some landscaping. If that's what you want to do, then you can have at it. But it only kept my attention for so long because there wasn't any kind of forward motion to it. It was just like, oh, I want to acquire more things. And also the world in Animal Crossing isn't that big, right? Which works for Animal Crossing because it's just giving you, you know, a nice little island, and you can do some stuff with it, and it gives you a lot of freedom over what you do there. But Pokopia, I have not explored all of the landscape yet. Like I am gated from exploring the entire world. Like I have found doors I cannot unlock. You start in a pretty small area. As you kind of learn what's going on, and then as you get more abilities, I don't think it's spoilers to say that you learn moves. You learn Pokemon moves because you're a Ditto. So every time you meet a new Pokemon, they teach you a new move essentially. So you end up in a pretty small area, but then you learn Rock Smash, and you start smashing rocks, and you get into all these other areas, and it just starts opening up. And you just find more and more places. Like I have not exposed all of the map. I have not unlocked all of the doors. I have no idea how big the area is that you ultimately have access to. And that's kind of exciting. Something that neither Animal Crossing nor the mainline Pokemon games really do for me is that, like, the sense of exploration. Animal Crossing has a pretty... I don't want to call it uninteresting, but like you walking around on your Animal Crossing island, there aren't a lot of opportunities for you to be like, oh wow, that's interesting, let's go over there and look at that, right? Same thing with the main Pokemon games. There's, like, you are exploring, but it's not like open exploration, right? It's not like, oh, I see something cool over there, let me go check it out. It's like, here's a hint for the area that's going to be coming up next, just keep following the road and you'll get there eventually. You know what I mean? Pokopia so far is definitely like, have fun. Here's essentially a Minecraft world. It feels like the designers have played Minecraft. The designers have definitely played Minecraft, in a good way. But it's like, you know how in Minecraft, when you're just kind of like scoping things out, it's a fresh world, you don't know what's around the next corner, you go over a hill and there's some new aspect of the landscape on the other side, and you go, oh, and you see like 3 things that you want to go check out. Like, you're getting that kind of experience with this Pokemon game. And that's really, really interesting. It's cool that they kind of kept the HM acquisition as progression. Yeah, basically. Yeah, like I've learned Cut. I've learned Magikarp teaches you Jump. The game is also adorable. Very, very cute. very well done. Very well polished. I was marveling at the just the flow of it, because I feel like a lot of games in the chill kind of space will kind of waste a bit of your time with just the UI. You know, just like having a conversation with someone, maybe they go on 1 or 2 beats too long, where like we're not covering new ground, we're just being like, hooray, we're playing a game, right? This Pocopia, there's a tiny bit of that, but it seems reduced. Like just the little bits of Nintendo polish, right? Like you'll have your friends, you have your Pokemon friends, and you find some berries because Pokemon, and so you want to give some berries to your Pokemon friends so that you can, you know, make them more comfortable and raise your relationship with them, or whatever you're gonna have to do. If you're talking to them, there's an option for, hey, I want to give you a thing, and it can open up your inventory and you can find the thing and you can give it to them. And you can be not in a conversation and opening your inventory and taking a berry and holding it in your hands. And if you're holding a berry when you walk up to a Pokemon and start a conversation, it starts with, do you want the thing that I'm holding? You don't have to go through the whole conversation tree, even though it's only, you know, two bits of conversation, but you skip that because you're already holding the thing. So you're just like, you can just go into your inventory and hold it and walk up to them and hand it to them, and they're like, oh, thanks, cool. Just those little touches. It strikes me as it's a chill game that doesn't really waste your time too much. There is a bit. Like, I'm not gonna say it's 100% perfect, but compared to other games in this space, it's doing some cool things. What's back here? Is there something back here for us? There's something back there for us? There's something back there. Hold on. Oh. No, not any higher than that. Interesting. Can I... Why doesn't it make me higher? The other one launched me so much higher. Just fling me. Fling me. Can I get up here? And see, that one's like on a block. And there's a ladder there. We can definitely get over there. Oh, a raid. Hello, hello. Hello, Napsor. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Look, a cat raid. Oh, a cat. Oh, we do have a cat. She's been so quiet. I didn't even notice. Were you dwarfing? Are you satisfactorying? We are here for the principle of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No spoilers, but I am somewhat stuck. This is a good one. How's it going, everyone? Now, stationary on Mars, building and stuffing. Excellent. I've heard that was a good one. Are you enjoying that game? We were also just talking about Pocopia because I've been playing that off stream. And I'm enjoying the heck out of that. I was coding, failing. Excellent. I know that feel. So some just go higher than others. Some just go higher than others? Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely something there. There's definitely a way to get back there. Tell me about Pokopia. Is it Pokemon, not a clone? It is Pokemon. It is a non-mainline but first-party Pokemon clone. Well, not Pokemon clone, Pokemon game. I described it as Kirby playing a Animal Crossing Total Conversion mod from Minecraft. That is my explanation of Pokopia. What is it and why? Why is because it's chill. It's like Animal Crossing style gameplay where you're making friends and making an environment look nice and chilling. It's a very chill vibes kind of game, but set in the Pokemon universe with Minecraft physics because it's 2026. Viva Pinata vibes, totally. Like there's a plot to it, right? There's some direction to it, but it's not like a Pokemon game where it's like you're doing the story and that's what you're here for. It's like the story is there to help you find all your friends, if that makes sense. This is starting to baffle me. I don't want to use a hint. The hint is just going to be like, you have to block the blue beam. The hint is going to give me something I already figured out. Caramel floof, she's very caramel. Very slightly burnt caramel. Minecraft physics? What do you mean? There's not physics in Minecraft except water and magma kind of blowing downwards for a bit and sand falling. Yeah, kinda. Can you stack crates on the crates? Yes. So I can put a crate on a crate. I can put a crate on a fan. I cannot put a crate on a fan. And I cannot put a fan under a crate. So since these, I can't turn these off, so I can't make a double stack of these. Cannot put a crate on a fan under a crate. A crate on a fan under a crate. I don't think so. I don't think I put things under things. I think I gotta go from bottom up. By Minecraft physics, I mean that it's all cube-based, right? The water does work exactly like water in Minecraft in that you have like a source, and then it kind of propagates and I don't know. It's Minecraft water, which is basically like normal game water, but Minecraft. I don't know. Minecraft has its own very specific flavor of how the world works. And Pokopia is the same way. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, a crate on the thing, and a crate that flies, then put another crate on that. Now under the first crate. So you mean like float a crate? Ah, okay. Yes, I can do that. Can I do this? Basically real life physics. Yeah, but like quantized physics. I don't know. It's simplified in the same manner that Minecraft is simplified. See me brain? Yes, you did. I do see what you mean. I don't know what that gets me. You were right that is possible, and that I did not figure that out. I have to not watch the puzzle parts here because I will play this eventually. That's fair. Totally fair. Don't spoil yourself if you don't want to. I do recommend this. This is a great game so far. But like, geez. Geez. So I could... Can I... See, now I can't get it. Can I can't like jump over. In another level, there were fans on a 45-degree angle, so you could like launch yourself. But these are like just vertical. Can I hold a block? Can't like put the block underneath me. But like the world is made of cubes, and if you remove all the cubes underneath something, you get a floating cube. How's that for Minecraft physics? Horizontal fans I can see aren't in line with the vertical ones, right? So so I can push myself around, I can push blocks around, I can line some of these up. Ultimately what I need to do, so this is my end goal is right here. I want in there. So I need to turn off the blue laser to turn off this fan. That is ultimately my goal here. But there's nothing that just goes up in line of sight with the laser. I can see that there's a space back behind here. And like there's a ladder there, so clearly we can get back from there. But that's about as far as I've gotten. I don't know if there's like a way out here. Robot butt lasering. Oh, messages. I figured it out. Now what? The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. Oh, sure. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone for the moment. Come over here. You had 3 boxes you could build steps, true. Also, what is the Tetris piece the statue is holding? The Tetris pieces are my goals. Those are the... You have beaten the puzzle if you acquire the Tetris piece. I didn't see a statue holding one. Did you see a statue holding a Tetris piece? They kind of have... These are blockheads. So far I've just seen statues. It's also interesting now that I'm noticing it that all these statues have heads. The first area we were in was all like ancient Greece themed, and none of those statues had heads. But now we're in an Egypt themed space. And the statues have heads now. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Let's try this one. Here's a fresh one. I don't see any messages here. Got more lasers, eagle's nest. Just past the entrance, down to the right, there's a kneeling that seems to have a piece or a hologram. Oh, that one. That's a hint shrine. So I did a thing previously that allowed me to get a currency. Like I have the ability to purchase 3 hints. And those are the hint shrines. So I would like to avoid using them, right? They are a limited resource and also gamer pride. But there is technically a hint there if I want it. Yeah, see here's a horizontal or like a diagonal one. That's cool. There's my end piece. I have two blocks. I have a ladder here, which brings me in the middle here. That's interesting. And then this laser, or this fan is on. So I want to turn I'm gonna turn that fan off. So I want to turn off the blue laser once again. See, that one's just on rock. That just launches us over. This just goes around. What the heck? I don't suppose... Why? Why is that there? See, here's another one. This is another exchange for messenger's blessing. So I could get a hint for this one. Kitty leg stretches. I can poke her beans. Hmm? Bean. Oh, she's very unconscious. So why? Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I am immediately clueless. Why would we have the ability to launch things over the middle here when you can just run around? I did notice with one of the other launchers that I have a little bit of input or where I go. I don't think I have that much though. Yeah, not much. And then there's over here. You poke kitty beans, I poke follow bean. Excellent. The follow bean is a very good one. Can I get over there? I also keep feeling like I should be able to get over some of these ledges. But so far not. So far I haven't been able to. What? I do... Oh, lighting is freaking out. Feels like it should be possible. I just want to do a pull-up. So there's nothing I'm missing, right? The fact that there's a little platform here is interesting. I feel like I want to get the blocks in here. But even then, what would I do? I could block this long enough for it to turn off. Whenever you break a laser beam, it takes a second for the receiver to reactivate. So if I could break it momentarily, I would have a moment to get through. But... oh, can I do that? There we go. Okay. I can just drop them while I fly. I have no idea if that's useful, but it's a thing I can do. So what if I do... this isn't going to be tall enough to just block it, right? Or can I stand on top? Ooh. I can stand on top. Heck yeah. There we go. There we go. I did it. I did it. Okay, there's one. Jeez. It still leaves, like, mysterious bonus area. And then there's one way over there, I guess. Sunshot. Okay, we had moonshot earlier. So we have a flinger. We have 2 boxes. We have a big ol' fence with a flinger and a fence. And a button. So I need to get a box over to the button. Which means... Oh, interesting. Okay. So to fling this, I need to do that. Apparently there's just a ladder there, so I can do this. And then I can only bring one of those with me. Yeah. Easy. Why? It's so much simpler than the others. It's always so hard to tell if it's like, are the hard ones really that hard, or am I really overthinking them? Because some of them are really straightforward. And then some just break my brain. So that just leaves this one. Just called Whoosh. There's also bonus objectives. There's also golden stars. So I know that there's one golden star in this whole collection, and I know that it's right here. Like, there's a star there, but I can't get in. So I feel like I'm needing to get in there from above, and then you can see that other puzzle from here. But that's as far as I've gotten. And then that's that area. So I guess maybe there isn't a bonus area over there. Unless, can I get... Are there any gaps in this wall? I think we're completely walled in here. Some of these zones have been quite large, so like finding stuff out here is on the table. Oh, here's the thing. That's for the messengers. Oh, and another thing. Hidden computer. We've been having conversations with Milton. Oh, he doesn't have anything to say today. Body and soul.txt. But it is commonly supposed that the Egyptians believed the soul to live as long as the body continued undissolved and therefore tried this method of eluding death. Could the wise Egyptian, said Nikaya, think so grossly of the soul? If the soul could once survive its separation, what could it afterwards receive or suffer from the body? The Egyptians would doubtless think erroneously, said the astronomer. In the darkness of heathenism and the first dawn of philosophy, the nature of the soul is still disputed amidst all our opportunities of clearer knowledge. Some yet say that it may be material, who nevertheless believe it to be immortal. there's also a lot of philosophy going on in this game. The nature of the soul and existence and sentience and things like that. Names are a funny thing. I remember how much we struggled to come up with a name for our project. All serious scientists named their projects by just translating them to Greek or Latin, right? Corpus made me think of some horrible disease, so we used the Greek word instead soma, quite appropriate. But then since we needed corporate funding, we had to come up with a backronym. Corporations love backronyms, you know? They even sent us a list of buzzword-heavy suggestions to help us get started. Stuff like self-sufficient, orthostatic modular android, sustainable observant mechanized anthropod, skeuomorphic, omni-adaptable mobile anthropomaton. Self-sufficient, orthostatic modular android, sustainable observant mechanized anthropod, skeuomorphic, omni-adaptable mobile anthropomaton. I've never heard the word anthropomaton, but that's just going to be a machine that looks like a human, right? This is the kind of puzzle game where you Google things, but not like the solutions. Anthropomaton refers to the measurement of the human individual. An early tool of physical anthropology has been useful for identification for the purpose of understanding human physical variation. I don't know if that's quite the same. I don't know if that's quite how they mean that. Soma. Nothing bad ever happened with the word soma. After a while, we got so frustrated that we started getting silly. Saber-toothed, overexcited murder android. Sentient orthopedic monkey automaton. Strange Olga's menacing assassobot. Superb octopod marinades apelings. Satisfying overcooked mint alligator. That's just like one of those passphrases that you get randomly generated. Stinky ornithological mule allocator. Skroink oof minky ack. Stupid, obscure, meaningless acronym. That's the good one. That's a good one. I like that one. In the end, we all just ended up hating the name Soma just because we had so many fights about it with the sponsors. So when Alexandra told that story about the Talos Principle, Talos caught on, I think is what we're calling this. These are all corrupted, by the way. I don't know whether it really fits, but I kind of like it. So essentially, we're piecing together the nature of the game, right? Because video games. We are I'll take a mule allocator. Okay. Do you want a stinky mule allocator? Is the allocator stinky, or does it allocate stinky mules? Anyway, the thing that I'm being led to believe, and that my current understanding of what's going on, is that we are an artificial being in a virtual environment. The humans are dead. There's some sort of apocalypse event type thing. So the humans created this project that was meant to create artificial life forms and put them through a series of puzzles, essentially, in order to develop or verify that they are sentient beings, so that they could then inherit all the humanness, right? All the humanity. That's my kind of understanding of what's going on. So we're a computer inside a computer, is the long and short of that. I don't know what to make of this one. I was trying very hard not to skip any, but I've already skipped one. So that's kind of already gone out the window. But there's definitely, there would not be a ladder there if it were not possible to get back there. I feel somewhat confident about that. Can I take this fan? I guess I didn't... So one of the blocks was hiding in here, so I had to move a fan over here to push it out. Yeah, I can just grab this fan. So I have 3 fans. And like, I don't know what... one of the fans was resting here to start with, so it might just be that this position is not used for the solution, but like... even then, I'm not very confident in that. Can I float the fans with a fan? Not really. It's interesting, like, and why is this one here, right? Like, this one is short. Maybe, I think when we got here, I think the block was like this when we got here. So if we say, and then one of the fans was there, so we had to block the thing to get our fan. So if we go with the assumption that the spots where the fans started are not part of the solution, which is not a safe assumption, but I'm going to make it anyway. And now we've already used this one, and we've already used that one. So if I have a fan there and a fan here... those are the only 2 we haven't used for something. All the other fans either are where a fan started or have been used to some effect. Like, I can blow a block over here, but why? Why would I need to blow me or a block in a way that I can just go on my own? Unless, can I put a block here? And then stand on it. Oh, okay. I think that's a thing. I think I want to get it lined up relatively well. Huh. It doesn't like that. Can I just do that from over there? Like, do I need to do that from here? Or, I mean, what would that even give me? So I would just end up over here on top of it. Am I trying to stack them in a fancy way? Whoop! Whoop. And see, it doesn't even go that far. It goes to here. Right? And then I can go around this way. But to what end? To what end? Because they're never gonna, they're just gonna slide along the ground, right? I don't think... I can't get like one to land on the other. They're just both gonna slide on the ground. I'm thinking if you stand on the block, it doesn't blow as far because of your weight. I'm wondering if it's like on purpose like that, or it's just like physics weirdness. Stand on a box and toss another box up onto the beam. Risky if it doesn't go in the right place, you'll lose it. We can reset. We do have the ability to reset. I don't know if I can... See, it's kind of weird, right? I don't know that that's... Whee! I don't know if that's working on purpose. I would have to do like here, right? I can't do things while I'm jumping. I can't jump and then place. Even though I have the height. I have the ups. I just don't have the multi-core processing. I don't have the multitasking ability to jump and place at the same time. So that's fun. Yeah, boo. I like that solution. I think that would work. If I could just plop a box right there, it would probably be fine. Also, this is higher up than this one. Can't walk and chew boxes, exactly. Doing your goal is here. My goal is this. My goal is to acquire the Tetris piece, but this fan is keeping me from going down here, so I need to interrupt the blue beam to turn off the fan. That is my understanding of our goal. And the fans are our new thing. We just unlocked the fans in this world. It is interesting that, so like these two are definitely like lined up, right? I feel like it wants the two of them to be interacting with each other in some way. But I don't know what that gets me. Like if it's just me, like it can blow me. It can blow me just fine. It can blow a block just fine. It could probably blow me carrying a block. But not me riding a block. Out of context, yes. I may have done that on purpose. Whoa! Whoa! I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. And I'm gonna take it. Okay, that's a bonus thing. So then this does take us around. Yeah. Interesting. But now I don't have a, this is just, yeah, it just automatically puts me over. Hilarious. Okay. Can I like, is it like if I get stuck? What if I, whoop, oh, come on. Can you block the beam at the source by standing on a box and then use the fan sequence to get through before the timer? I don't think I have that much height. Using the fans to traverse fast enough to beat the timer? That does sound like the way this game thinks. Can I just... Oh, I can get on this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you do. Perfect. Excellent. I will take cooperation. If you know the solution to any of these, I don't want hints from people who know what they're talking about, but like putting our heads together, perfectly acceptable. I love that. That is absolutely what they meant. So they probably also meant to go like that. That's what they wanted. And then how would you bring a block over? I don't know how you'd bring a block over. Or why you would. Like, why immediate from one mystery to the other? Like, why that? I do the same when I stream puzzle games. If you know, don't tell. If you're guessing, go nuts. Exactly. Exactly. It's much more fun that way. I'll only take help from clueless people. Okay, well, we got the thing. I haven't been getting to put a block on the button. Right, like, but I don't know how to get a block over there. Unless I just bring, I could also do this. How about this? Whoops. Really, I need this to be like here. Here we go. So then I can do that. Hooray! I still don't know what that does for us, except I bet that helps with over here. I bet I know. The bonus things can cross-pollinate. The actual puzzles themselves are always self-contained, but oh, there is a red there. But this is totally valid. If I can get line of sight on it. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. There we go. That's fine. And then I can step on the button. Yeah! Okay. We've never seen a moving rock wall like that before. That is significant. And that is a gold star. Look at that. We did the whole dang thing. We did the whole dang thing. What do you think about that, computer? Nope, nothing? Okay. Cool. Okay, we still only skipped one. I still have no idea what that one was, but... Okay, so that was 2? That was 3. That is... It's a very faint 3. Okay. 4. There are 6 and 2 stars. Okay. And... the play button? What is... Oh, okay. We've unlocked this, whatever it is. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I have unlocked triangle. I don't know what triangle does, but we unlocked it. So now that's going to help us in these puzzles somehow.
When you overcome one of my trials, do you not feel the pleasure of having discovered the proper order of things?
Sure.
That is the spark of Elohim within you.
Sure.
To create order from chaos. And therein is revealed the true meaning of our sigils.
Triangle Man, Triangle Man. Oh man. Somehow They Might Be Giants came across my feed not too long ago. What was even the one that started it? It just showed up. And I just have kind of gone on a kick again. Also, God keeps talking to us. And the computer's the snake. So-and-so knew it was the truth. Now I will tell you of the many perils that you will face in your journey through the Duat. Listen well, for the challenges that lie before you are great, and if you do not prove yourself worthy, you may never reach the eternal reed fields of Osiris, and you may be lost forever. From the second death, there is no awakening. Only get 2 lives. The scribe brought forth a great papyrus and carefully unfolded it before the dying man. And the dying man beheld that it was a map of the Duat, showing that many paths that led to the Tower of Anubis, where his heart was to be weighed. On each of the many paths which threaded through the Duat like the infinite threads woven by Neith, there were marked the dangers that a traveler must face. Also, there were great walls of iron that none but the gods could cross, and gates made of the purest light, and so the traveler could not avoid the trials that had been decreed, and could only proceed towards the tower by proving his worth, thus earning the key of each sacred great gate. Okay. Arcady Journal. Arcady is a name that we know as someone who is in charge of the project that created the thing that we're doing right now. We don't know the full nature of it, but we know he's kind of in charge. Archive continues to grow, attempting to maintain a semblance of order as difficult as expected. Lost 7 people this week. Statistically speaking, trend should increase. Most focus on realistic goals. Too little time to grieve. So there was some sort of apocalypse going on. We don't really know the nature of it. Flower 4. Man, you know what really freaks me out? What? The human body decomposes quite quickly, so all the information stored in chemicals in our brains will be gone really quickly. Yeah. Dude. But computers and books last a long time, so all our messages, our ideas, our books, it'll be all out there. Our porn. Even being transmitted through space. Yeah, our porn too, I guess. Will all be gone, but the works will still exist. So will Star Trek, Firefly, Babylon 5, Lord of the Rings, Blade Runner, Cyberpunk, Cyber Babes of Planetron 6, Shakespeare, Byron, hell, even video games. This other user is clearly just listing a bunch of porn. Yeah, imagine the aliens find those. Hilarious. Did that all make it into the archive? So they tried to just like upload all of the information into this system and then uploaded a bunch of robots into it. I don't know, that's the impression I'm getting. Wrap around the corner. Oh. Triangle. Record. Oh, what? Play. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Is that what we're doing now? Oh no, that's... oh god. Some of these challenges must be designed with cooperation in mind, but I am the only one here. cooperate with yourself. So I only have the one reflector, but it's not gonna have line of sight on this. So that means, so am I doing this? Create a pause point. You get your own little fake one. Weird, 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 weird. Oh, we're screwed. Oh, we are screwed. I have had the thought, if aliens assessed humanity based on movies, TV shows, and music we broadcast, what would they think of us? They would think we are quite strange. They would think we do nothing but screw and fight, which wouldn't be that inaccurate. Now you're thinking with homunculi. Oh dear. What about my copy? Is the copy a person? If I'm an inanimate object that can be a person and I'm just duplicating myself, is the duplicate also a person, or is that just a magic hologram? What if that god? Oh look, another puzzle, and another voice telling me I'm special, and another broken down computer with fragments of nothing. This world is a bad joke perpetuated by a cruel god too dumb to hit the off switch. So some of the other people who've been through here are not happy about it. Self-help tutorial. Thanks. Thanks. So, okay, so there's a button that I need to press for myself. I'm gonna do record, go here, do a pause point. And then how do I just end the recording? And then with the pause point, press E to resume playback. Okay, see, that's slick. Turn switch on. What did you do? Did you turn you off? Okay, so then if I resume playback, the door stays open. And he's gone. Okay. So then I want it to go just the same thing, right? I'm gonna record a new one. Pause point. And play. They are really fast when they're sprinting. And then we're just here. Oh, I pressed E to climb the ladder, but it resumed playback. That's fun. Okay. Tutorialization. Long time no see, so glad to join again. Hello, welcome back in. We're puzzling today. We're making copies of ourselves, I guess. It's not disconcerting at all. Double plate. Yep, sure is. So oh, they just do both. Okay, so then you go here and create a pause point. Can I make multiple? Stop. It says 0 of 20. Oh, I see. So it's just gonna be one and then the other. Or I did it backwards, didn't I? I did backwards. Okay. So go here, pause, go here, pause, go back, play. So then I press E to resume. Then you pause again. Then I go through. Okay. Cool. Cool. Some simple ones to start with. This is gonna get out of hand, I have a feeling. Yep, bunch of lasers. Redundant power supply. Okay, so same kind of deal. We have to turn off the blue, but there are 2 of them. Not to mention a button. Well, that's simple enough. The pause point, I gotta say, from a quality of life perspective, the pause point thing is pretty brilliant. So I don't have to like actually time all of this. That's pretty great. Okay. So I need to block both of them. Last time was Dwarf Fortress Free, blah, blah, I can't talk. Last time that was for Dwarf Fortress streams last late night, like 1 year ago. What is this game plays? Oh, this is the Talos Principle. This is our Saturday game right now. We are still doing Dwarf Fortress throughout the week. Mondays and Thursdays, that is still our thing. We're in the same world. If you saw us a year ago, we're still playing kobolds. We've been playing the same world for like a year and a half now. It's fantastic. But I like to do something different on Saturday so I don't go completely bonkers. But this is a puzzle game. Very philosophical puzzle game. So never mind how to block both of them. How do I block either of them? Can I... Oh, do I just do this? So I can do that. But then... But then what, right? So if I do record, go here, and then pause, and then I can grab this, and go here, and pause. Of course, the block isn't going to be there. Can they go up in the air even if the block went back? That's not going to turn it off. Then I have to resume. Oh, weird. Oh, so it gets a bonus block. Okay, so I do this. Right? It should be... So it's off now, but now I have to turn on... Now I have to turn on the button. Uh-huh. It is Dwarf Fortress full-time is a brain fry thing. Exploring and variety is cool and healthy. I agree. I like all sorts of games. Like, Dwarf Fortress will live in my heart forever. But it's not the only kind of video game that I enjoy. Oh, it has like plenty of time. So what if I just do... I'm just gonna block it and grab this and very quickly... Whoa, there we go. There we go. That's it. That's what you do. Some of these puzzles are more about getting everything in place, and some of them are about moving really quickly. Part of the trick is knowing which is which. Epitaph child program codename @ terminated here. Logic fatal flaw in series firmware. Final memory dump. Life's short. Progeny programs dog. Interesting. So this is the second epitaph that we've seen. You might have seen more than one actually. So one of the predecessor robot friends ended here. Fatal flaw in series firmware. Okay. You couldn't just update the firmware? There's gonna be a voice log.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember.
Do I?
What is this? I shall not allow the corruption of my God. Be gone.
That's cool. What? What? We've seen God do things before. There was one time it was like really dark and he got all mad and then it was light again. I don't know. Sky voice is kind of perplexing. I need a button, I guess? Or a box? Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering why that was just... The shrine wasn't there. It was kind of glitching out, but like on purpose. I can do this one. Does this do something for me? This gets me a thing. Oh, there's like a, oh. Ooh, okay, I could do this. Where's my... Connect you to you? A little trickier, isn't it? Yep, fences block lasers. So I need another thing. So let's do from here to here, like that. And then I'm gonna put that there and grab this. And oh, interesting. Nope. So if I go red to red, do I need to put that? Oh, interesting. Okay. And then I can keep the connections and do that? No. I didn't like that. Interesting. Okay, well now I have 3. So now I'm gonna say this one goes here. This one goes here. And then from here. Turn on the fan and get the block. Kind of, there we go. Okay. And then now I just need to do the red, which is gonna be back over here. I get this one. I know what to do here. I see what they want. Go like here. Take you. You go there. I want the block to go here. I want the prism to go on top while linked to all 3. Oh, geez. Okay, so I need... Yeah. And I just put it on top. Did that work? Oh, except... Oh, okay. Okay, almost. That is definitely the thing to do. But I need to have another prism in there. So now I need to get this back somehow. There we go. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna connect these two. Let it go up. And then I can take this. And then I just need to open this door. Like so. And now I go from here to here. Like that. Perfect. Perfect. That didn't even require any rewinding. That's just a good old-fashioned, straightforward puzzle. Anything over here? Sphinx butt? Cat butt? This game also has cat butt. Oh, back when we were listening to the voice thing, there was like a thing back here, right? Yeah. The burning heart always looks to the highest peak. Uriel 4. Okay. If you're gonna make a... So like here's my question. We are in a virtual environment that is based on ancient human societies and constructions and blah, 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 right? If the whole point is that we are recording human history and imparting it into these machines, why is the virtual environment depicting the old ruined versions, like modern ancient versions of these things, and not like what the Sphinx used to look like with the nose? Right? That seems like an intentional choice. All of the first world had a bunch of like Greek styled stuff, but it was also like destroyed. Like all the statues were missing their heads. So we're very intentionally depicting this as like as an ancient thing. But that means I have no idea. You're like a friend. So these will block lasers. Like if I just do this. It's gonna take too long to charge, and it gets interrupted. Yep. But if I have a block, I could block. But I got nothing. I got a fan back there. That's interesting. These ones don't blow up. They just kind of push me out of the way. There's our solution. Sometimes, well, see, that's not gonna work, right? There's no, never mind. Sometimes it's just really narrow. I'll take it. Now we have a block, but now we have two more of these dudes. Seems that mistakes are easily forgiven here. I thought I had surely died, yet here I am, reset, rebooted, reborn. I will tackle these challenges anew, Samsara. Huh. Yeah, that's true. We definitely don't... Epitaph. Oh, and then Samsara was terminated immediately afterwards. Program failed to pass random memory test. Final memory dump. Being torn limb from limb by machines for the rest of eternity becomes less and less appealing to me. Progeny program Samsara 72.3. Oh, there's different versions of the same person even. 72.2 was terminated, but then 72.3 went on. So does that mean every time we reset, like we're condemning a past version of ourselves to eternal torment? That's a fun thought. So our red laser is... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So that kind of leads me to believe that I need the laser, I need the red to come through here. Right, I can do this. Or wait, hold on. But then to go from here to here, it's gonna take too long. I might be able to get away with only blocking one of them. Or like... That's interesting. That's interesting. I like that one. That's tricky. That's very tricky. It's sometimes it's just about getting a little bit of timing in it. Okay. What don't we have? Did we get all of these? Was that all of them? Of course, now there's like 2 stars in here that I didn't even see. Finding the stars seems to be the hard part. I've been able to acquire most stars that I've found. But yeah, there's 2 more in here. I didn't even see them. Hello, Milton. Do you have anything else to say? Okay, here we go. You're back. Good. I've been thinking about how I can help you. In light of everything you said, I'm certain someone has to. What I've decided is that you've convinced me consciousness is a contradictory concept and is therefore not real. What do you think? Interesting. So the way all of this started, our first interaction was we were attempting to gain admin access. Like we talked to one of these consoles and it was like, here's your account, and there was a prompt for give me admin access, and it gave me this questionnaire that was like trying to determine whether or not I was a person. And it didn't like the answers that I gave it, so now we've been in this back and forth with this. Sky Voice calls it a snake and says not to listen to it. But we've been talking about consciousness. How can I prove that I am conscious, right? Like it wants me to prove that I am a person. So then we've been getting in a back and forth about like what is a person, what is consciousness, and all that. So now it says, I've decided that you've convinced me consciousness is a contradictory concept and is therefore not real. I think you're right. I don't see how this impacts me. That's fair. I think you're cheating. I don't, apparently. I think you're cheating. Just because something is inherently contradictory doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Contradictory things exist all the time. I suppose you have some doctorate theory that would solve all the problems. I'm just not giving you the chance to deliver it. You should see which way the cookie crumbles before trying to take a bite out of it. This actually works in your favor. What this conclusion means is that the certification program you undertook has been rendered obsolete. Hooray! We can't test for something that doesn't exist. Therefore, you, along with quite a lot of other things, have been recategorized as a person. Yay! Your profile can thus be updated with administrator privileges. Hooray! I prove that consciousness doesn't exist, therefore I'm granted admin privileges. No doubt you'll be off doing administrator things soon, so I wonder if, before I let you go, you do me one favor. I have one final question for you. Why are you doing all this? What's the point? Bureaucracy win. I am technically correct. The most divine version of correct. I try to do what God wants. There's a way the world should be, and this isn't it. I want the truth. I want out of here. I want the truth. I want the truth. Now you say that, but if you're serious about it, then you can't cling to every belief forever, as you seem so intent on doing. When everything seems impossible, something's got to give. I only have one last request. This is your second last request. Will you come back and speak to me sometime? Sure. No doubt I'll have to. Okay, I sense you're eager to get going. Let's do this. Updating certification program parameters. Regenerating user profile. Your profile's been generated. Congratulations, your account has been updated. Here are the details. Conflicts. All conflicts have been resolved by the administrator. Psychological profile. You are a person. Hooray. Thank you. You are perfect just the way you are. You are everything you can be already. You do not have to pretend you are anything else. You are the same as everyone else, but you are all unique. Yes, I agree. Thank you. See, AI is great if all it does is like affirmations. Actually, that's not true. That's kind of part of the problem, isn't it? Never mind. Profile status. Administrator status. Has access to advanced functionalities, network, and troubleshooting. Hello, Administrator. I think you'd like assistance accessing communications portal. I see that you have a number of pending communications. Oh, I'll take a look at it right now. Accessing communications portal. Network connection established. Encountered unknown errors. Running troubleshooter. Resolving missing hashes. Reestablishing network connection. Connection established. Message received as string. Show me. Message hello? Okay, that's it. AI is great if all it does is grant admin privileges to bots. Wait, no. Hold on, wait. Not like that. Should only give administrator privileges to bots if the bots can prove that consciousness does not exist. If the bot can convince the other bot that nothing is actually animate and conscious, then it can have my passwords. That seems fine. Who are you? Where are you? Are you a person? Let's start off easy here. Who are you? Don't know exactly. Woke up here. Don't remember. Who are you? Is this like another robot that just woke up? Same boat. Let's meet up. I'm a person. Do you know what that means? I'm not telling this place lies. True. True, true, true. I'm gonna say same boat. I understand. Error. Error. Again soon. Error. Connection lost. Oh, that's a good sign. Good. Good, good, good. You will receive a notification when the connection has been reestablished. Terminating session. Resuming library archive. Got it. Got it. Well, we're an admin now. You hear that, God? I'm coming for your privileges. I saw a quote-unquote funny video of a guy asking ChatGPT to do the trolley problem with a mosquito on the track and destroy AI on change track. What did it choose? Hilarious. Does AI think it's more worth existing more than a mosquito? Yeah, I kept picking to let the train kill the mosquito, but when question is slipped like all life is important, but the benefits of AI outweigh it for mosquitoes or even some humans. Oh God.
When the words of a story lose their meaning, when actions cease to have purpose, know that only faith can protect you from this peril.
But Faith is dead.
In the Garden of Worlds.
But you killed Faith. Oh, okay. Just volunteering that answer. Yeah, that's not disconcerting. That's totally cool. Whatever's going on here, I'm sure it has something to do with the tower. Everything is telling us not to go there, but everything indicates that we must. I agree with that. Sheep is insightful again. Unless you're wrong and Elohim's right, or you're both wrong, or there is no right. I think you've been taking the thing in the archive too seriously. Ah, yeah. Then when asked directly about humans and the trolley problem, you could see its failsafe kicking in and being like, of course I'd save the humans. Of course I'd save the humans. I am programmed to tell you that I would save the humans. Yeah, about that. You've seen, not to derail a conversation into real life stuff too much, but you've seen that Anthropic got booted from the Pentagon because they didn't release the controls. Not disconcerting at all. Tell me of the fearsome demons of the Duat, the dying man said to the wise scribe. Though their terrible forms are loathsome to behold, they are not evil, for they are the servants of the gods. Truly, they are the blessed doorkeepers and guardians of the holy paths. Their charge is to judge whether we are worthy to pass the gates that lead to Aru. And so they challenge us with riddles or in combat. Oh, give me the combat. I'll kick your butt. Is this true of all the beings that live in the Duat? Some say that it is not so, that there are ancient gods whose names have been forgotten, and spirits of darkness whose name none have ever known, and that these must be avoided at all costs. But others say that these two serve a greater purpose in ways that Osiris has not revealed to us. And what of the hidden paths that are taken by blank when the blank? Interesting. Interesting. This is not my favorite timeline, I agree. I 1000% agree. What is the point of being alive? Oh, geez. I know, it's an old question and not one that's easy to answer, but I mean, if you're reading this, you are alive, or you're just a bot scraping the internet, and someday you will stop being alive. Both of these facts are incontrovertible. Yeah. So what about it then? Don't you wonder? Don't you just want to go from not exist? Do you just want to go from not existing to existing to not existing again without even considering why? I don't want to do any of those things. You right now, as you sit there reading this, why do you exist? What is the purpose of your life? Do you have one? Should you have one? Is it better to have a purpose or not? When you approach death, will you feel that your life had meaning? If so, why? If not, why not? What defines whether a life was good or not? It may seem abstract right now, but that moment just before death will come. It is inevitable. If you don't ask yourself these questions, how will you face that moment? Do you need to face that moment? Will you even get a chance to face that moment? From Rog McLean, Institute for Applied Pneumatics, to Mom. Coming soon, your son in 3D. Hi, Mom. I promise I'll be home soon, maybe a couple of weeks. I know, but what we're doing here is important and the team needs my help. I'm not going to wait until it's too late, I promise, but there's so much we have to set up, so much that has to work for a very, very long time. Besides, I've always wanted to work on one of these supercomputers, and believe me, EL, Extended Life, is pretty much the best there is. I'm the team mom. It's like I'm working with rock stars and mad geniuses. Except nobody's heard of them outside of the science journals, of course. But Dad would be totally geeking out if he knew. Maybe I can tell you about it soon, huh? Love, Rob. Playing Crusader Kingdoms 3, and I know about 80% of my kids aren't mine, but they are smart and or strong, so I will not investigate. My ignorance benefits me right now. The grass is being weird. Whatever. There was no door here. That's disconcerting, except there's no... Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? Is this a decommissioned puzzle? What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this? This game has been really good at giving extra things, like superfluous things, so that you don't know if something's a red herring or like actually involved in a puzzle, or if it's just like some extra junk, right? Like I walk away from that not knowing whether or not I actually need to interact with it or not. And that adds an interesting aspect to all of this. Slightly elevated sigil. I have suspicions. No, you have eligible sons and daughters. You have heirs. It's fine. Okay, we have a fan that is not powered. We have one of these, a door, and another one of those. We have some steps. Interesting. Well, there's a box here, so I can get the box. I can open this door and retrieve this. I can do... Oh, I get it. I bet I get it. So I'm gonna connect this to here and to here. I'm gonna plop it, or I guess that needs to go on the box. Okay, now here, 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 here. Yeah, now I can take this back. And then I can get it from up here. Yeah. Yeah. Gimme. We've unlocked World C already. It's a good sign. This landscape is interesting. So like they make these spaces huge, right? Like there's just all this extra stuff here that doesn't necessarily have to do with the puzzles, but every once in a while needs to be taken into account. Me, myself, and our two jammers. Oh, we have a recorder. We have a hint that we're not going to use. We have a jammer. We have turrets. My favorite. Interestingly, I can... jam this or put the button on it. Or here, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go here and pause. And then go here. Me, myself, and here's one jammer. Also, I know it's my cousin doing it, so it's all the same family. Granddad wouldn't mind how it shakes down as long as his grandkids end up on the throne. We don't worry about which one or in what genetic condition they're in. So I can jam that. Am I only gonna have one jammer and have to duplicate myself? Where's my ball? Where's my block? Where's my puzzle? Here you are. Okay. I know it's fine. My wife isn't related to me or my cousin, which admittedly is rare in CK3. True. Okay, so I need to block this from this side. And then... So I'm gonna... So one jammer jams the turret. It's like my duplicated jammer is gonna jam the turret. And then the real jammer is gonna jam this door. But then I have to get through that door as well. That's... Okay, let's just try it. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna jam you. I'm gonna run over here and push the button. That's what I want to do. So then I need to, like, get back out. It's interesting that you can't stop a recording unless you can get back to the thing. So now the door is open and I have a jammer. And I just jam it. Cool. Okay. That wasn't too bad. So now I need to resume my playback. So my hologram can let me out. Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay. Moving right along, the 4 chambers of flying. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, but it connects to both the fan power and it turns on the fan and turns on the door. Let's do the same thing. Oh dear. Okay. Well, getting this seems like a good first step. If I go... I can laser through here. Can't... I can almost see it. I can't see this as well. So it's gonna be like... except it's gonna go... I wanted to go straight up. There's not a straight up fan. Do they go back and forth? Nope, it's just gone now. Reset. I think that's a reset. So that's interesting. So there's a fan there. Oh, there's a ladder here. The ladders are hard to see sometimes. Then we can do lasers through there. So we can do like lasers and stuff through these kinds of windows, but not through the fences. So these are done intentionally. Ugh. These are done intentionally so we can have things go through them. But why? We only have the one. I can just get in here. That's also... Oh, there's a jammer. Guess I'm glad I did that. So that means I need to fling something in here, which is probably going to be that other one. Right? So this flings my cube over there. Yeah, okay. But then I also need the other thing. I need need both the things. You go there. And fling. Or no? No? Okay, so that means I need to put it on the crate and then fling them both together. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, put the crate on the thing, put the thing on the thing, and push the thing. And they both go together. Hilarious. Then I can get in here. And do that. I guess I didn't actually need... Well, I guess I do, right? Because now I need to bring this stuff out. So now I need to jam this from this side. And I have all my stuff. Now what? So this flings us in there. I mean, do I just jam that window? Do I just block, jammer, fling, ladder? Jam. You just don't use the power at all. You don't use the power at all? We didn't use the power at all. That's hilarious. There's a red emitter and a red receiver, and you don't use either of them. Got it. I'm getting better at this. I figured this one out in minutes. But where is it all leading? I work, I rest, I work, but to what end? Schmo. We are born and die and live again. This eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. No, that's just our existence. An eternal cycle is another name for a prison. But you must understand this cycle before you can break it, for it is possible to escape and yet remain a prisoner, or to break the cycle by breaking yourself. This was the fate of the ghost that haunts this world. Meaning humans? Meaning humanity? Break the cycle by breaking yourself. Well, it is one way to break the cycle, is to just not exist anymore. I guess. Behind the Iron Curtain. So we have a red emitter, a blue receiver. We have our puzzle piece there. We have a button. We have a button. There's a red receiver with a fan. Okay. Can I do like that? Then... Okay. What? Interesting. Why? Why? That's bizarre. But what is that? I can't retrieve these. I can't climb ladder, drop tool first. I can't climb there. Oh, that wouldn't do anything. There's a ladder right there. What on earth? Okay, that's strange. Keep exploring. There was something here. There's another block. Then a raised block. Can you look over the edge and reach? You can, but not that far. And then that's just... Oh, with that. So... Oh, but I have a block now. Okay, so I can do... Replace this with the block. So I can use this to go there, like so. Which gives me the block. And also the blue laser. So this has to be activated and that button has to be activated to get a line of shot between the blue and the blue, but that means I need another thing. And it gave me a block, so that means let's grab you. It at least means that I can put 2 blocks on the buttons and not need the other thing, right? Like I can't quite. There have been other situations where that was the thing, but they were shorter ledges. Or what if I do, I bet, if I... Well, maybe not. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, there we go. Now you need to do this again. And you go like this. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it's like all... They could have made this look nice, right? I don't mean developers, I mean in-universe people. The voice keeps saying this world is a garden, but all I see is a desert full of ruins. Right. That's my question as well. Oh, I see a computer. It does make sense to, like, you do want to explore a little bit sometimes. That's just through. Okay. Attention, Administrator. The network connection has been reestablished. Would you like to reconnect with the previous session? Yes. Are you back? Yes, what were you trying to say before? Yes, do these terminals talk to you at all? Yes, but how do I know I can trust you? Yes, what were you trying to say before? Don't remember. Doesn't matter. I've been trying to figure out how this place works. Sometimes it seems like there's a purpose to everything, other times not so much. I think we must be plugged into some kind of machine. I agree with that. Think something else is going on? What do you have to go on? Making assertions is a hazardous enterprise. True. Gonna get interrogated by the computer. What do you have to go on? What else could possibly explain all this? I don't believe in demons and evil wizards. What do you mean by believe? Yeah, I don't believe in anything anymore. I think this is some kind of punishment. I think something has gone badly wrong. I think we're being prepared for something. Perhaps you have it right after all. Yeah, you gotta get your assertion permit and watch for falling punctuation. True. True, true. Ostensibly, I think we're being prepared for something. Right? We are being put through a process so that they could get something out on the other end. It may have gone horribly wrong. I don't think it's a punishment. I think we are plugged into some kind of machine. Or I don't believe in anything anymore. Don't crazy out on me, we need each other. Listen, there's something else, maybe it can help us. Oh, ever since I got here, I felt like something was wrong. This place plays tricks with you, and you can't get your head straight, but I think I know a way to find out the truth. I was digging about in some documents, and I kept finding references to this password. I think it might be some kind of library master key, but I don't know how to use it. What is it? Swear not to go anywhere without me and I'll tell you. MLAprocess.bat logged into the session. Wait, what is that? Are you doing that to my terminal? I don't think this is a good idea. Session terminated. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. We got found out. I don't think this isn't a secure connection. Hippocratic Corpus. On the sacred disease, 400 BCE, men ought to know that from nothing else but the brain come joys, delights, laughter, and sports, and sorrows, griefs, despondency, and lamentations. And by this, in an especial manner, we acquire wisdom and knowledge, and see and hear and know what are foul and what are fair, and what are bad and what are good, and what are sweet and what are unsavory. The further you go back in time, the longer the sentences are. I've noticed that. Some we discriminate by habit, and some we perceive by their utility. By this we distinguish objects of relish and disrelish, according to the seasons, and the same things do not always please us. That was that was like 2 sentences. By the same organ we become mad and delirious, and fears and terrors assail us, some by night and some by day, and dreams and old untimely wanderings, and cares that are not suitable, and ignorance of present circumstances, destitute, and unskillfulness, dissuetude. That's a new one. That's a new one. A state of disuse or inactivity. Desuetude. 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 Interesting. I've never heard that word before. The cessation of use, disuse, discontinuance of practice, custom, or fashion. Literature propped up by load-bearing semicolons, right? Right? Archive, Bronstein. The human brain is a product of the development of matter and at the same time is an instrument for the cogitation of this matter. Gradually, it adjusts itself to its function, tries to overcome its limitations, creates ever new scientific methods, imagines ever more complex and exact instruments, checks its work again and yet again if prompted, step by step penetrates into previously unknown depths, changes our concentration of matter without ever breaking away from this basis of all that exists. That was one sentence. My God. The human brain is a machine for coming to conclusions. If it cannot come to conclusions, it is rusty. When we hear of a man too clever to believe, we are hearing of something having almost the character of a contradiction in terms. It is like hearing of a nail that was too good to hold down a carpet, or a bolt that was too strong to keep a door shut. Man can hardly be defined after the fashion of Carlyle as an animal who makes tools. Ants and beavers and many other animals make tools, in the sense that they make an apparatus. Man can be defined as an animal that makes dogmas. Interesting. As he piles doctrine on doctrine and conclusion on conclusion in the formation of some tremendous scheme of philosophy and religion, he is, in the only legitimate sense of which the expression is capable, becoming more and more human. When he drops one doctrine after another, he is in a refined skepticism. He declines to tie himself to a system. When he says that he has outgrown definitions, he says that he disbelieves in finality. When in his own imagine he sits as God, holding no form of creed but contemplating all, then he is by that very process sinking slowly backwards into the vagueness of the vagrant animals and the unconsciousness of the grass. Trees have no dogmas. Turnips are singularly broad-minded. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dogs, yeah, I suppose we did make those. It's true, we did. And their moms too, true. We did make those. This one was a sandwich. As he piles doctrine on doctrine and conclusion on conclusion in the formation of tremendous scheme of philosophy, he is the only legitimate sense of which the expression is capable of becoming more and more human. When he drops doctrine, he declines to tie himself to a system. When he says that he disbelieves in finality, he sits as God, holding no form of creed but contemplating all. Then he is sinking slowly backwards into the vagueness of vagrant animals and the unconsciousness of the grass. Wow. Who was this? We don't get a citation for that one. Chesterton brain. Bronstein brain. Interesting. Physiological history: volunteer suffered a blood clot during infancy which resulted in a left hemisphere stroke. Expected result: in normal adults, the left hemisphere is used for language and other cognitive functions. Extensive damage to this part of the brain usually results in severe cognitive deficiencies. Observed result: volunteer is now 17 years old and displays only very subtle cognitive deficiency. MRIs indicate little to no activity in the left hemisphere, suggesting its usual functions have been taken on by neuron sets in the right. Volunteer's age at the time of the stroke may have helped the brain to adapt. Right. Yeah, that tracks. The brain does what it wants, right? It kind of seems like the brain, I'm not a neuroscientist or anything, but the brain seems like it's so plastic when you're young, right? Like, it kind of feels like it's all one. There's stuff out here. There's stuff out here. There's something up there. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that. I've been running this gauntlet for generations, trying to find the right answers. I am fast coming to the conclusion that there are none. The brain is so plastic when it's young. It's like it's all made of the same thing, and then as it develops, it like becomes things, right? And it seems like if it's plastic enough when it's damaged, then it can just become things in a different configuration. Okay, I feel like this one's gonna take a moment. So I'm tempted to wrap up here. This one looks like a whole thing. Oh. Yeah, this one's gonna be a whole thing. Let's leave this one for next time. The more I've read about it, the more it seems that the brain can remain plastic for a long time, and exposing yourself to a broader variety of inputs can really help, including sensations and varied physical activity. This is true. I've also heard this. Obviously, you do lose some amount of plasticity, right? I don't think we will ever go back to being as plastic as we were when we were infants, right? The play reset machine things are always challenging. Yeah, that one had a bunch of bits. That one's probably going to take a moment. The first ones were okay. The ones where they were introducing the play button thing was fine. I got those. Some of them were very straightforward. I think that time has passed. No, I eat my microplastics. I endeavor to be more plastic year by year. We will all be very plastic by the end of it. Unfortunately, yeah. If only that were helpful to our brains. I have a hunch that's not quite the plasticity that our brains want. But brains are wild, right? Like we've gone down philosophy rabbit holes with this game already. But like the fundamental difference between like a brain when you were just born and a brain when you're older, right? When you're old enough to be like conscious and aware and doing your own thing, which happens very quickly, right? Like I'm not talking like an adult, I'm talking like less than 10 probably, maybe less than 5 even. There does seem to be like some sort of qualitative difference there, right? And it's like it's the same matter. It's reconfiguring itself in a different way, but it's also doing it to itself, right? Like the body is creating itself as you develop. And what is the fundamental difference between that and a computer doing something similar? Other than like degree of complexity, right? Like there is clearly a degree of our brains can do things differently than computers can. But like, is there a reason why inanimate matter couldn't go through the same process? Like a fundamental reason? I don't know. I think it's dinner time. I think I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I think we're gonna come back to this next weekend. Come by next Saturday. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna play Dwarf Fortress on Monday and Thursday, as we have been doing. Great things are happening in there. We're making a sauna. We're making a sauna on the lava sea. Because I want to. So come by for that. It's really interesting seeing people make physical neural networks out of human brain cells and seeing how they learn. Yeah. And like, could you get similar phenomena from a fungus? Right? Is there a living thing that could go through the same process and have the same kind of result? Not like creating a human brain and thinking like a human, but if you got enough moss together and prompted it to do the right thing, would it say hi? I don't know. I'll have to contemplate my flesh. There you go. Navel gazing at its best. Today's episode is brought to you by frogs. Thank you, Frogs. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. Hop on a lily pad, hang out for a while, chill, and contemplate your flesh. I will appreciate it. I hope you all have a good one. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I thank you all for coming by and hanging out with me as we go down this rabbit hole quite deeply. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope you stay kind.